What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to remove your seatbelts from the A90 Toyota Supra and then install custom seatbelts. I am really excited about this project. So for this video, I'm working with SeatBeltPlanet.com. I'll have them all linked down below. They do custom seatbelts for pretty much any car you can think of, and they have like a million different colors. So what I'm going with is ruby red. So my seatbelts are going to be this color. It's going to look so sick, matching perfectly to the vinyl wrap on my mirrors and my wheels. As you can see, it matches really well. That is just gonna look so cool. The interior of the Supra is pretty much all black, so that touch of red is gonna be awesome. Now, they do have some other interesting colors, especially this one right here called M Series. It has the BMW M colors. As you can see, I would love to do that on the Supra just because it's technically a BMW underneath. That would be pretty funny, but I'm a sucker for red, so I'm gonna go with that. So with that said, I've already gone ahead and got the passenger side done. Just so I know what I'm doing, it's not that hard, it's pretty simple actually. Unfortunately, the seat doesn't get too far out of the way for you, but nonetheless, we still have pretty decent access. So as far as tools, I have two different size flatheads, a few star bits, and then a trim removal tool. I'm gonna start up moving this piece right here where the seatbelt enters the bulkhead here out of the way. So with that, I'm just gonna take the trim removal tool, and there's a slot right in the center here that you can actually pull these two pieces out just to get a little extra room. So you can see this coming out a little bit, and we can pop that part out. All right, and that is about as far as I'm gonna take this out. And next up, there is a star bit right here. This is a T20, and we will pull that bolt right out. And with that star bit out now, I have a little bit better access to move this piece. All right, so we can pull this back just a little bit like that. It's hard to see, there's a 10mm bolt right under where my finger is. So once that bolt is out, I'm now gonna remove this door sill piece, followed by this piece right here. And with that out, that way you're not gonna break any tabs. From there, just use your trim tool and just get a little bit of this up and just keep a good firm pull. And then this just kind of wiggles off. If I can now move towards this piece, there is another plastic tab right here. So you want to carefully lift it up and just pop it right out of it. And then this piece will come out, as you can see, just like that. So with that out, if you can come in here now, you can actually see the other side of the seatbelt tensioner right in here. So from there, we're going to use a T50 and take off the bolt on the top of the seatbelt. Just give it a firm pull. This is almost a 2-inch bolt, so it's going to take a little bit just getting the whole thing out. All right, so with that out, you can see that's what we were dealing with, just the top bracket portion. It's all built in so the bolt's not going to fall out or anything. So from there, using the same T20, we are going to loosen or take out the bolt for the bottom part of the actual seatbelt tensioner. So with the bolt out, you can actually wiggle up the seatbelt tensioner, as you can see. So to unplug these plugs, take a flathead and stick it into the front, and you will actually wiggle up that just a little bit, and then you can pull this to unlock it, and we are unplugged just like that. So from here, it is kind of heavy for the awkward angle of your hand. We just got to keep lifting this whole mechanism up. You can slide it up and at least get it out of the little area. All right, at least we're out a little bit. That is very awkward. Next up is a very easy aspect. There's a rubber piece on the bottom of the seatbelt. We just need to pick this up out of the way. And then just use a flathead. It's kind of like a belt buckle. You just pull this tab up and we can slide this off. As you can see, very simple. But from there, just work from the top. And we're gonna slide all these back inside here. There we go. That is a seatbelt removed for the Supra. It was the exact same process over on the passenger side. So with that said, now what I have to do is just bundle these up nicely. I'm going to put a big piece of paper around each one indicating which side it is, and I'm going to mail these off to SeatBeltPlanet.com, and then in just a few days they're going to send me them back, completely reinstalled, restitched and everything like that in the ruby red. Alright guys, you joined me just about a week after I sent out the seatbelts. pollen season hit as soon as I sent them out, so my car is covered. As far as turnaround time, it's kind of up to you depending on what kind of shipping you want to do. But once they got the package of my seatbelts, they had them done in like 2 days. So this is super exciting. We're gonna open this up. Oh man, this is something crazy just because you never see exotic colored seatbelts on a normal car. You only see it in like Lamborghinis. All right, so this is actually the factory ones right here. It's cool, they do send you all of your stock stuff. And then we have the 2 boxes. I'm so excited. The sample color I love so much. Like that color red is my favorite color red. Oh, I got a sneak peek. Those are looking so sick. Look at that color. Come here and look closely at it. Like that color looks so good against my wheels and everything. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good looking. So it's now time to install the driver's side into the Supra. I already did the passenger side just to get my bearings again with how this all works. So all I gotta do is slide this whole module back into place where it goes. You have this big plastic trim piece that of course you guys just saw like 2 minutes ago. Just get this out of the way, and I don't really need to worry about these just yet. I'll keep them on the front. So sliding this up, we can put this whole mechanism back on the underside. So it's a little bit of a tight fit. Then from there you can just grab your plugs once again, and they just pop right into place to plug the whole harness back in, and you can hear them lock into place. From there we can take the rest of the seat belt and slide it up through this whole area, and we're going to bring up all of this metal piece right now. And then we can work towards getting this bolt into place. So with this bolt nice and tight, same with the lower one that holds the seatbelt in place, we're gonna put this trim piece back into place. So this one, you kind of put it underneath this one, and it locks into the carpeting with the 3 tabs that are on the back. So from there, you can just give it a little bit more slack for the actual seatbelt, and we are gonna pull this little rubber piece off the bottom. And as you can see, like all the stitching and everything, it's pretty cool to see. Everything's stitched just like you see on the OEM unit. Same with this, everything is just like you got on the Supra, which is really cool. So with that said, we now take this piece, and just like you took it off, slide it in. It's kind of like a belt buckle. Just use a flathead to help pop it up. All right, and that is locked into place, and we can slide the rubber cover down. So the seatbelt is now installed, and then this rubber or plastic trim piece, we will just put this back where it was. So the last step now, this upper trim piece is a little bit easier if you take this whole piece off. It just pops into place. So with that said, I can now put it back into place. You want to align the lower side right here on this little cross brace just to make sure it's in place. And with it through, we can work towards popping it into place. And then this little trim piece just goes right back into place. All right, so that is the installation. Uninstall, sent them out, and now the reinstallation. And now we can just put the seat back. Already I can get a good glimpse of the other side. It definitely looks super cool in here, as you can see. And then of course buckling them, just like the factory seat. The latch still works just like you would expect, but it's definitely pretty cool. All right, 2 last pieces plugged into place. All right, let me hop in them and see what that's like. All right, I have not driven this car in quite a while. Wow, my seat is all jacked up, but that is super cool. Oh my gosh. Feels like, you know, you're in something way more expensive and super cool. Wow, red seat belts, they match what I can see on the mirrors so well. And they literally fit exactly like the stock one did. It has the same little flap thing right in the center. Coming off just like normal. That is definitely super awesome. Alright, well I have not driven this car in like a week and a half now. Feels good to be back in this Supra, and I've got to say, wow, these look super cool. It just gives this car that extra touch of sportiness. And the one thing that I don't like with the new Supras, they don't come with anything cool on the interior. They all come the exact same, unless you got one of the limited launch edition cars, which is kind of hard to get. If I had a white launch edition, I would have had red seats, which would have been a really cool spec. But when I bought mine, back when these were new and everything like that, they were really hard to find. So the fact that for a couple $100, you know, $300 to $400, depending on shipping, you can get custom seatbelts in any color you want and make your Supra even more your own, or any car like that. I could do it in the GTR, Mike did it in the Audi RA, and any car you want, you can do this in. It's So I am loving it already. I have that one just for nice dramatic effect plugged in so you can see it all. That looks so cool. The color, I'm so happy I went with this color, and I love how for free you can order all your samples and everything like that and see what you want. This color, I knew even from looking at it on the screen that this was the perfect color. It matches the mirrors perfectly and my wheels, and it really spices up the interior. It's that little touch, subtle but amazing, because you just don't see custom seatbelts in any car aside from like a Lamborghini or a McLaren. So to have that in the Supra now, man, every time I get out of this car, I'm really going to be staring at it. And I'm excited to now have really cool aspects to the interior of the Supra to really just make it even more custom. And we'll finish the video with one little acceleration. I haven't driven this car in a minute, so it's good to be back in it. But let's get up to some speed. Wow. And the seatbelts work as they were brand new. If I hit the brakes, this locks me as well. So as far as safety and things like that, there's nothing compromised. They are stitched just like they were brand new and everything like that. But yeah, I'm really happy with them. I think that's then it for today's video. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. And then check out seatbeltplanet.com if you're looking to do custom seatbelts in any of your cars. This is a really cool modification. So anyways, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next video.